El Cortez is known for its gritty, historic, unpolished vibe. Sucker for Las Vegas history myself, I figured it was time to check out one of their original 47 hotel rooms, which have been in service since 1941. I paid $94.92 for my room, and that's inclusive of taxes and fees. A smaller hotel by Las Vegas standards, El Cortez only has 364 rooms, and check-in was a breeze. I had my room key on my wrist within 5 minutes. The front desk employee was so incredibly helpful. She answered all my nerdy Original 47 questions, and even printed off a couple informational packets about El Cortez's history and Las Vegas in general for me to peruse. Pretty awesome first impression. That type of service is not something you find at the mega resorts up and down the strip. El Cortez's original 47 rooms are located on the second floor above the casino and are accessible via a red carpeted staircase. There isn't even an elevator that services these rooms. I was immediately struck by how nice the hotel hallway was. The corridor was lined with Cuban artwork, and that's a theme that spilled into the room itself. Once inside the room, I'll put it bluntly, I expected the grit and grime that El Cortez's casino floor is known for to spill into their hotel product. Boy, was I wrong. El Cortez's original 47 rooms have been in service since November 7, 1941, a month before Pearl Harbor for those keeping score at home, and were all recently remodeled as part of a 2022 project. This room felt brand new. The mint color scheme wasn't nearly as overpowering as I thought it might be, and the leafy accent wall worked. Even the ceiling had a decorative texture to it that added an element of class. I thought El Cortez hit the ball out of the park decor-wise with fresh furniture, wall art depicting Cuba in the mid-1900s, and decorative throw pillows. This room felt modern, trendy, fresh, and genuinely nice. Everything I had seen to this point has been in great shape. I was surprised to find that one of the oldest resorts in Las Vegas had one of the most modern TV interfaces that I've interacted with. They even offered a channel dedicated to the history of El Cortez, the resort, and their original 47 rooms, which was fascinating. As part of that program, I learned that no original 47 room has the exact same dimensions. So your room may differ slightly from this, and it had to have made that remodel project an epic pain. On top of the TV stand was a coffee maker with 4 complimentary K-cups, a rare and appreciated amenity, and within the TV stand was an empty mini fridge, an even better amenity. In the bathroom, there was a single sink vanity with a small mirror and a tub shower combo. Bath products were provided by Nectar. The bathroom was functional, albeit less inspiring than the rest of the room, if only because there were a couple minor cleanliness and maintenance issues that I'll touch on here in a second. So what's not to like? While the bedroom was in great shape, the bathroom definitely had a few dings to speak of, the most obvious of which was that the tub's overflow drain cover was damaged and kind of hanging on by a thread. The overall cleanliness level in the tub also did not inspire a ton of confidence. In the bathroom, there were also a few counters where dust and debris had built up. In the bedroom, there was kind of a lack of charging capability near the beds. Each bed only had one open outlet slot, and one of the beds was very difficult to access, trapped behind the headboard and mattress, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Lastly, El Cortez doesn't issue physical room key cards, nor can you use your cell phone as a room key. Instead, they strap a bracelet on you that acts as your room key. You don't have to wear it, but I found that it's pretty cumbersome to try to shove into a wallet. It's itchy, it's uncomfortable. I can't imagine having to wear this thing for a 4, 5, or 6 night stay at El Cortez. I've decided that I'm very firmly in the anti-bracelet as a room key camp. There are a lot of reasons to love the casino at El Cortez, which feels like a throwback to an entirely different era of Las Vegas. In the table games pit, you can expect to find minimum bets for games like craps and blackjack to land in the $10 to $15 range, and they keep tubs of beer on ice in the pit just so they can get it to you faster. El Cortez is also one of the only casinos left in Las Vegas that offers real token slot machines and an entire room of coin-operated video poker, which I happily dropped a little over $100 on during my last visit. They recently replaced the Subway in the back of their casino floor with a Starbucks, and Siegel's 1941 is a diner that's open 24/7 on Friday and Saturday and 10 p.m. on other nights, offering a sub-$20 prime rib special daily. I've made it a habit to stop in at Siegel's 1941 for breakfast and found it to be a pretty good value. Uniquely, El Cortez still offers an airport shuttle from the resort to the airport daily from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're not going to go pick you up at the airport and bring you in though, so it's a one-way deal, but can still save you a few bucks. One last thing you'll want to note about El Cortez's resort experience is that there is not a swimming pool. Maybe a deal breaker for some, but keep in mind you can always buy a day pass at Circa's Stadium Swim just up the street, and day passes start at $20 to $30. They can be more expensive during peak times and events, however. I was shocked at how much I liked this room. It was fresh, new, trendy, and in great condition, minus the bathtub. Better yet, there is a grimy, inexpensive casino on the first floor, and I say that lovingly. That's my kind of casino. I've grown pretty picky about my Las Vegas hotels over the years, as is my wife, and we prefer a hotel experience that's above average in the quality department at this point. And this is a room I would reserve again in a heartbeat. Aside from Circa, this is the nicest hotel room I've had on Fremont Street. If a joint like El Cortez looks like it could be your jam, book an Original 47 room. Pretty good experience.